Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm tryna go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she tryna kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm tryna go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she tryna kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm tryna go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she tryna kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved.
What's going on, people? Congratulations, you guys leveled up to 131. This is the Double XP podcast. I'm hoping everything is looking good and sounding good. For once, we had the music playing right. I think Demi sleep. We don't know. Maybe my man praying. We're going to see what happens. Yeah, we caught you, bucko. We caught you, bucko. My man was napping. He was napping.
My phone's in my hand.
He was napping.
I like to get a good 2-minute nap while the show going.
Yes, sir. Let's go with these introductions. The man to my right, the man with the clamps, Citizen Snips.
Dang, seeing y'all do the thing just kind of warms where my heart should be.
Where it should be.
What's going on, everybody? It feels weird. We couldn't make it last week due to extenuating circumstances, which is my big vocabulary word for the day. So we knocked that out early. But yeah, man, it's been kind of slow in the gaming world. It seems a lot of other things going on in the world as well to distract us with. So, we're doing the best we can to just kind of keep on moving. But I'm excited to be back with y'all. Glad to have a hustle here with us today. So let's get into it, man. Let's go.
Next up, my right hand, man, the floor hugger with the hard R.
I'm gonna do it. Annyeonghaseyo, everybody. Yorobun, how are you guys doing?
Edibles.
We're back. Yorobun.
Oh, I thought you were talking some edibles.
Pabo.
My bad.
Pabo. How are you guys doing? We got some topics to talk about. Make sure you guys leave some stuff in the comments. I will be reading them as we go through because I know we'll forget something. So make sure you guys, toss some stuff in, and we're gonna stay away from what's happening in the world right now, politically. So
you are about to lose your job.
Have some fun. We're just here to entertain, and I hope you guys enjoy the show. Sarange.
Onions. Oh, that's the end of the show. My bad.
That's saying goodbye. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Next up, DALLAZ. Man, every time, baby. Let's go.
That's some timing.
I think it's crazy. I think one of the dope things about us here at Level 1 Gaming, who gonna fire us if we say something politically incorrect? Dang, I hope our content director don't get mad at what I say in our content.
I guess
that being said,
I guess technically Hugger is in charge of HR. I guess.
Technically,
she been playing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Hugger kicks me out the room every day anyway. So
that's true.
Who knows? So
because he's so naughty. He's a naughty boy, y'all.
I just say stuff sometimes. I just got a smart mouth. It's been that way since I was a youngin'. And on the cool, I don't know why today feels like a special day for whatever reason. I always feel like a long time every time. And I think it's dope though because we got Snips out here popping out with the big words. We got Demi out here on camera for one time only. He would be here all week, but still try to feel. And then the homie Hustle and Motivate is in this mug hustling and motivating. So we got Hugger out here dressed like Cammy from Street Fighter. Oh, with it.
Woo! Sun's out, guns out.
Let's get it.
Yo, next up, it's been a while since we had my man on the show, but half man, half God, Demigod reviews.
Woo!
Howdy, what is going on? The half human, half almighty is in the building. Glad to be here. I appreciate the warm welcomes. I had to stop playing Sekiro to pull up to the podcast. I was like, I almost didn't put it down, bro. I almost didn't, but I came through.
He must care about us. He put down Sekiro for this.
A little bit,
right?
Yeah, Sekiro. I'm in love with it, man. I'm close to finishing it. So for me to put it down, I guess I appreciate you guys. But I'm here to talk about games, movies, all the other stuff. It's been a while. My AirPods just got lost in the mail, so that's why I haven't been on. Yeah,
first world problems. Man.
I know, big time first world problems.
I know. I'm trying to get that refund too. So big first world problem.
Last but not least, the man that's, like Dallas said, hustle and motivate. The man with the beard, with the camera skill, with the mic skill. What's going on, fam?
Hey, thank y'all for having me once again, man. I know there's a common joke that you all have. Once one person comes on, they rarely
never
come
back, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I had to make it my business to make my second appearance. I enjoyed it here, man. It's goddamn near extended family, right? I feel like we can talk about whatever. That's why I enjoy it. I'll always enjoy being here, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name Hustle and Motivate. You can find me every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Scumcast with the Ashton, Luca, and the rest of my Scum family. Follow me on Twitter and YouTube, Hustle and Motivate. I just dropped a reasons on why you should buy a PS5 or an Xbox Series X or S. That video is doing pretty well. So I would appreciate it.
Opinion.
I love that video too.
Thank I did my thing. I did my thing, if I must say so myself. It would no. I would really like if y'all roll over that joint, hit the like button, go ahead and share it out and everything. And I see a few people in the chat. I see Anthony. I see. Is that Fusion?
Hi,
And
Omar.
Yes, and I
Yeah,
see
Future.
Omar as well.
Sarang.
Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for joining us, man. I love it here. Fang. I'm gonna be real with you.
Hey, I
Fame,
appreciate you.
I hope you know that Hustle is the second person that's come back. The only person that's come back has been Dreamcast guy, but we don't mention him, otherwise stuff starts to get funky.
Yeah, things start to go bad. So
Supernatural stuff happens.
Fame's
in the
internet
podcast.
about to go out now.
yeah, we don't
Knock on wood, homie.
say who's
So you're the
name
first
shouldn't be
person
said.
technically who's come back.
Hey, I can appreciate that. And
Really?
everything is running smooth.
Is he
On the
really-
cool, what would be really dope would be to have Dwayne Johnson on here, and then the next time he comes, you can be like, "Finally, The Rock has come back."
You're an idiot, dude.
Sarang.
Let's make it happen.
Oh, wait a minute. The box has changed.
Did they?
Yep. There we go.
Change.
Oh, there we go.
I'm gonna come my AC back on. I didn't want to get up in front of the camera and do all that. I'm come my AC on. I'll be right back.
Oh, come
My
on.
bad.
You've been
You know-
enough
you
of
don't
my
have to
streams.
answer
Like sometimes you just gotta stand up and do things.
It's not bad. The only thing is now is Hugger is Hustle. And that's it. That's like really the only big change. But we're still here.
Yeah,
I
Hugger.
always
Yeah.
end up in somebody else's box.
The floor.
Instead of somebody ending up in
You know what I'm
yours.
saying?
I'm talking about.
I heard the right part when I came back. Wait a minute.
Again, chat, make sure you guys drop some topics that we might not talk about because we probably forget things because we're old, you know.
We had
Demi's
a,
the youngest one here at 300, so yeah.
we had a week off, man, and it was weird not to have a podcast.
It was weird.
We didn't have a podcast going that entire week.
Yeah, because we also didn't do
No-
take two, so yeah.
No 2XP, no Take Two. We had Peep Game, but we had technical problems on Peep Game on the YouTube channel. So the YouTube channel was dry for an entire week. So we got to make that up to y'all. We got to get this thing moist.
With the exception of the news updates,
I was
I
trying
have
to
to
get
pull up
work.
every Friday for that.
Yes,
Our homie
indeed.
Baron J puts a lot of work into
Hugger's
the
HR,
into
right? Hugger, we need to
rounding
talk.
up everything.
You gonna talk to HR about what? Moist.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
HR
can't-
is filing a complaint.
We can't say moist.
No, that's
you
such an
can't
ugly
say
word.
Grab the bucket and the mop. I'm playing.
Anyway, let's get into the big news because we just got like trickle down theory, not Reaganomics, but trickle down theory stuff.
Wait, hold on. Can I ask a question real quick?
Nani?
Do we have the meme box going on tonight, or do I have to like freak y'all out before?
No,
like,
there's
before
no
people can't see it?
there's no meme box or video box because I screwed up. And when we started the podcast, we didn't even have Demi for a while. And so we don't have the meme or video box, but that thing will be working and present back next week, I promise. So just save your memes, and we'll have the gameplay running. No, we just gonna have Demi gonna slide me some of that second row gameplay that I run during the podcast next week. Ain't that right, Demi?
Yeah.
Got you.
Yes, it's lit.
Oh yeah.
All right, Hugger, you
the
got
biggest
first topic?
news-
There you go.
Biggest news, and I'm gonna put on an accent this week is, not even this week. It's been the last day and a half. Is the Series S has already started shipping. I know a couple of my friends here in Canada have got it, and it says on the box 512 gigabytes of free hard drive space. But we all know, once, like Kev can attest, once you get a hard drive and you partition it, you're not gonna get the full 2 terabytes. You're gonna get like a quarter of that, yeah, right? So it's been, what was it, 360 something gigabytes is actually free, and the rest is like bloatware kind of in there. I need to know your guys' thoughts, and then I'm gonna lay down something I watched from a Dreamcast guy today, or a Dreamcast video guy. Fuck it. I'm sorry. We haven't done this podcast in a week. I'm so confused with everything. But I'm gonna lay down something from a Dreamcast guy video that I watched earlier. Once we talk about this, what do you guys think just about a space that you're not getting the full? You're not even getting a quarter of the space. What do you guys think of this?
Here's the deal. Anybody who's shocked by this is not paying attention or wanting to pay attention, right? The PlayStation 5 is supposed to be 825 gigabytes. You're getting about 600.
It's such a weird number to begin with.
820, yeah, weird. The Xbox Series X is supposed to be 1 terabyte. You're getting about 800 or so, 850, something
880, I do believe.
something along those lines. So the Xbox Series S is supposed to be 500 or 512 gigabytes, and you're getting 364 gigabytes, right? So number one, no one should be shocked. Number two, no one should be shocked about at your console getting filled up when you allow games like Call of Duty to install 475 gigabytes of data every 2 seconds. Every time you turn the damn game off, right? So no one should be shocked at this. It sucks. If you planned on being a budget console, a budget conscious gamer, and you got the Series S instead of the X because you want to save some money, if you're one of those people who like to have multiple games installed, then get ready to no longer be budget conscious, because you're gonna have to buy that proprietary SSD until Microsoft allows third parties to do it, which they said they will, but at the jump you gotta get the proprietary SSD. Or you're going to be rocking one game at a time, and that's Duty if you play Duty. And if not, you might get 2 games at the most.
But you know what? A lot of people that run Call of Duty like that pretty much just play one game at a time.
So. And that's that Duty.
That's that Duty.
That's that Duty.
It's true.
So, I mean, I'm not shocked. I don't think nobody should be shocked at all. This is normal.
You know, I'm shocked, and probably I want to get Kev's thoughts on this. I'm shocked that you're losing almost 200 megabytes of space. No.
Gigabytes.
2 gigabytes of space. I'm shocked you're losing that much space. And Kev, you've partitioned drives. You the PC boy here. Tell us, once you partition a drive, you technically on PC don't lose that much space. Where is it kind of going to?
To give you an example, so I have a 1 terabyte SSD storage drive on my PC right now. The partition aside from it and everything, I have 931 gigabytes available to me. So I lost about 70 gigs is about it.
Y'all want to know
a lot. And
That's
what
a
I
lot.
remember some people saying, and for a while I thought it might be true, when they were talking about the size of the PS5's hard drive, that 820 whatever weird number it is gigabytes, people were saying, oh, that's available space. So that's already the partition and operating system, subtracted from it. And I was like, that would make sense, but they didn't come out and just say that. Like, that would make sense why it's such a weird number. But now that we know for certain that's not the case, and then the partition still needs to be removed from that, I mean, it's the fastest SSD, I guess, but they didn't give you a whole lot of room on it, which is kind of unfortunate.
For those that don't know, can whoever, Kev, Hustle, because I know you've been playing on PC lately, explain what a partition is to people that don't know. On like a hard drive when you partition it and do that thing.
It's basically just a chunk of space reserved for necessary data that has to be on the drive for it to work properly.
Right.
So
and
it's
you can add.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
Includes
Kev,
the OS and all kinds of things in there.
yeah, and Kev, maybe you can correct me here. I don't think you can even take that. You can't use that space at all. You can't finagle it any type of way.
Away from you. Yeah, like my 1 terabyte hard drive. It is 1 terabyte total storage, but what's actually accessible to me is 931 gigs no matter what I do.
Right.
So that's just the way it works. And that's nothing against Sony. That's the way technology is.
Hey, damn it,
But yeah, it is odd that they didn't, and maybe the space was limited by this technology they have to make it so fast, but I don't know, man. That's a really massive drawback, and especially when we're seeing both systems are going to have proprietary drives that you're going to have to buy if you want to expand storage. And that means they're both going to be extremely expensive. So you're probably going to drop almost the price of your console on expandable storage to be able to have multiple games on your system at one time. And that's a little bit frightening.
And I know everybody's focused. Oh, sorry, Fame. What were you saying to Demi?
Demi's going to make a point a few minutes ago.
Oh,
I can tell you why the 200 gigs is missing for that Duty. That's
He's back to the Duty.
What did they say? It's 286 gigabytes for Call of Duty?
Which
is
is
insane. That is actually insane to me.
The 200 is already gone for the Duty. All it is 85 gigs now. You good.
And I know people are like, oh, it's Call of Duty. People don't play Call of Duty. But where does it stop? Where does it stop in, like, you get a Witcher. A Witcher is 100 and something gigs, like fully DLC, everything, all that. It's a big game. If you get games are going to get bigger and bigger as we get into the generations. You're going to have 1 or 2 games that you can play without deleting. And Dreamcast guy made a great point. Is he likes to keep all his games as much as he can on his system without having to delete. I mean, once you've platinumed it, okay, you can delete it. But he's like, once I haven't done that, I want to keep it. So it's very interesting. And Trevor, Sarange, Trevor, if you guys, Winterborn Studios, go join their Discord. He says if you look at the X, you lose about 150 gigabytes. So it makes sense if it's the same for the S. But we're expecting different things from the X.
That's that duty.
And I mean, so just to give y'all like a frame of reference, I have Modern Warfare installed on my PC right now. I only play Warzone, but it's one of those deals where you get the whole game. That's the way it installs, is it's everything. And then if you pay for access to the campaign or the multiplayer, it's different. But it takes up, looking at it right now, 107 gigabytes on my PC. Jeez. So that's already a lot. Like Destiny, I know, is like another 94 gigs. I have both of those games installed right now. But both of those combined is still less than what they're saying Cold War is going to take up.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember when we thought 100 gigs was a lot of space.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember spending almost $200 for a 60 gig SSD when SSDs first came out. Right. And that was like the coolest thing in the world. I was like, I'm going to do this, put my operating system on there.
Do y'all remember?
The guy ever.
It's not this Xbox, but remember on the 360, you had to get that that joint to go on top. Yeah. Bro, it used to drive me nuts. It used to drive, that thing was so ugly, bro.
I see you flexing with the Gears box though.
Hey, bro, right? I took it out today.
He could put out a regular one.
Yeah, right. He just looking for an excuse to bust that out. Like, check out my baby.
Y'all was talking about storage. I was like, let me pull out my classic. It's not even plugged up.
Go ahead, wipe your dust off your face.
But yeah, man, that's gonna be steep. And I guess we knew. I guess everybody was kind of pleased with the price of consoles themselves when all the pricing was revealed. But now that we know how much storage is going to cost and how necessary storage is going to be, whew, it's kind of a bummer. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
So y'all feel like it's? Go ahead.
No. Go ahead, Dallas.
I was just gonna ask if y'all feel like that's on purpose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They want you. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well, and
they try to put this back in the memory cards, so you know.
And in Microsoft's case, I think made possible because Sony off the rip, you can use certain third-party SSDs, right? For Microsoft, it's only
without jailbreaking it.
For Microsoft right now, it's only their that one particular SSD until they open up third-party stuff. So for Microsoft, I mean, in a way, yeah, but at the end of the day, they try to do everything.
Microsoft is bringing back memory cards.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Microsoft did everything
from the LV1 account. How long ago?
Microsoft is doing everything they can to lower the price of the Series S. They did everything they could, and this is why I mean you couldn't ship that thing with 1 terabyte of SSD space at that price. You raising up another $50.
Move away from Call of Duty. The biggest game. The biggest game that we didn't get to talk about last week that's being delayed another 3 months, which I think just delayed a couple years. Cyberpunk.
I'm pretty sure they didn't start working on it till like last week, honestly.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah. It's the original articles when it came out to 2019 when they were working on it is twice as big as The Witcher, and The Witcher is already big. So I think it was 80 gigabytes on the PS4 version. So double that. So I failed math twice. I don't care. You're gonna have Cyberpunk. Yes, you may play Cyberpunk for longer than you're gonna play Call of Duty.
The duty.
But where does it stop? That's just my question. Where does it stop?
You know,
it's cute that you think it stops at some point.
You know,
I think it does though. Didn't they confirm
it has
that?
To.
Yeah, but didn't they confirm that like, games like Call of Duty and stuff like that, you'll have the option to download the multiplayer rather than the single player? You didn't have to do both of them at the same time.
Yeah, but that came in a patch afterwards, after people started complaining about the space.
Well, it has to stop at some point because these companies, these Activisions, all this, they want everybody to play the game, and not everybody's gonna go get a memory card or go and buy an extra hard drive to play this game. So they got to stop at some point because everybody's gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna play your game. I'm not gonna buy your game if I can only download your game and one other. No.
So
So they gotta stop at some point. They gotta take in. We are hardcore gamers. I think on this podcast, they gotta take into the account the casual people that this is their game.
I'm interested in knowing because shout out to the homie Broken Games HD on Twitter, right? He's saying it's normal. It doesn't bother him because he only keeps 1 or 2 games installed on his console at a time. Is that because I know I keep buku games installed at one time? I don't care if I'm not even playing them, bro. If I think I'm gonna play it next week, I got that joint installed.
I have 140 games installed on my Xbox,
ready to go. Yeah.
See, look, I might have 4 or 5 like digital games installed at any given moment. But I keep hella discs though. Like people thought I was weird for being an old man and still like running around with this and having like stacks this tall. But I'd rather grab something off, like get up and grab something off the shelf and have to delete fewer games.
Get up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You can't even walk now.
I have been playing the games on my PC, so I can just,
That's true.
You know how Gabe Newell started Steam, right? He didn't want to get up, so Steam became a thing.
See, that's smart though. What they say, if you want somebody to come up with the most efficient way to do something, ask a lazy person to do it.
Yeah,
that's true.
This man talking about get up. What you get up when you missing a remote, bro?
Demi, you can't talk. You don't get up anyway because you got a PC too. So shush.
I'm not gonna lie though.
Look, I was playing Sekiro on this.
Hajima, we know you, boy. He got
hey man, what color is that controller? What color is that controller? Let me see that. Oh, okay.
That's that Midas.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
I also had to like pop the glasses down. Like, oh my god.
Yo, check it out. I broke down that orange and blue one. I broke down and bought it. It's coming in the mail. That orange and blue.
Sunset Overdrive.
Bro, that thing too nice, bro. Yeah, I broke down and ordered it. It come in. Plus, come in tomorrow. I think I broke down.
I got a pencil to match it.
The best part about it is, even though I can't use it on my PS5, I can use it for xCloud. So I appreciate you, Microsoft and PC. I appreciate y'all.
Hey, you know what I've been seeing has been kind of blasphemy this weekend? I've been seeing a lot of DualSense controllers playing Gears.
Yeah.
And I meant to say something about that. I was just like, y'all not right. That's not right.
I still think I think it's BS. I'm sorry. You can turn off the haptic feedback in the DualSense. So with that being said, the DS4 should work with the PS5 because you can turn those.
Turned off the lights and stuff I haven't done it with my controller, but there's people that turn off the lights, they turn off the rumbles. It's because those things are battery draining. I bet you turn off that haptic feedback, turn off the lights, everything, the microphone, unhook it, you'll get like 16 hours of battery.
But I'm saying, if you turn that stuff off, what do you have?
Forever.
If you turn the haptic feedback stuff off in the game, what do you have? A DS4. So there's no reason why the DS4 should work on the PS5.
Bro, you turn it off, you got a PlayStation 2 controller.
I hear that it feels a lot different. I hear that it's a lot sturdier. I hear that.
No.
Sounds like that wouldn't make that big a difference.
No. It's definitely a better controller. But what I'm saying is, it might be a better controller, but it still makes no sense if the DS4 doesn't work with the PS5 because it should.
I'm with you on that.
Because if they saying, it's about the haptic feedback and the game took advantage of it. Well, if you can turn that stuff off. What does that leave you? A DS4, a better feeling DS4. So why not let my DS4 play my PS5? That's why I say I appreciate you, Microsoft, for letting me use my DS4 on xCloud on PC because it's still a really people tried to. I don't want to cuss. People wanted to SHIT on the DS4 as soon as the DualSense came out, right?
You said worse already during the podcast.
People immediately. People pooped on the DS4 as soon as the DualSense came out, and that's still an incredible controller. And so I bought that orange one, that Goku one, because I can still use it.
Yeah.
Look, Sony said if you want to use a DS4, we have a console for you.
Oh yeah.
Well, I showed Fame. He was talking about the Sea of Thieves controller in Canada. A brand new Sea of Thieves controller is $800.
I still got mine.
800 what?
Go ahead and sell them, Fame.
I still got mine.
So it's like, even if you don't use them, keep them for collections, guys. Buy controllers. Buy those gears. Buy everything controller. Just buy
those controllers are hard. Like that PUBG controller is selling for hotcakes too.
I can sell my Sea of Thieves controller and get me a PS5 and a Series X if I want it. Same day.
You can buy a new house with some of those.
I'll give you this about the DualSense. Um, Immersion is a real big deal to me in game, especially like RPGs, anything where you can role play story driven games. And from what I'm hearing about DualSense, that's gonna change the game for me. No pun intended.
You know, it's cool that we on this topic because I wanted to talk about this while we're here. So while we're gonna talk of the dual sense, I kind of want to get y'all sense, of how you feel as we go into the generation. How you feel, because to me, to really make this controller kick off how we want it to, it needs to be accepted third party wise. Now we've seen that Fortnite is doing it, but of course Fortnite and Microsoft, I know Fortnite and Sony has a relationship going, so Fortnite's going to have some DualSense stuff to it. But I kind of want to get y'all's thoughts on how y'all feel the controller will move going forward. With will developers use these features and this specifically for this controller, for this one particular console?
No.
Go Hug. Hugger had a hand up so she can go.
I wish. We've been doing this level 1 gaming podcast for a while before we're at a different site, but we didn't do it at the start of the generation, because this would be the same question we asked when the PS4 had its the speaker in it. Yep. Because I'll still be playing Tomb Raider and you'll hear the bow drums and stuff, and people are like, I don't like this, or I like this is immersion, this is whatever. This is the exact same question that we could have asked back then. Now it's like, what does it really matter in the grand scheme of things? So most of us will have our headsets in, talking to people. I know Demiculus, the god among us, will be streaming, he'll have his headset in, so you probably won't hear it, or you'll shift the audio into your headset. Does it really matter?
I'm just wondering how many third party.
You saying
that
now?
Is losing his mind in the comments.
We know you, Hugger. Look, man, we know you.
What do you got?
We know you. Once you feel that little feedback from drawing that bowstring, and it feels like you actually drawing a bowstring, you're gonna be hooked. You never know.
Oh no, because I go into my controls and I unplug the rumble packs because it drains the battery, so I unplug all that.
No, don't get me wrong, Dallas. I think the DualSense is cool. I'm just wondering how much third-party developers are going to use it. First-party, of course. All the first-party team is going to use it. But third-party, which is the majority of games, the majority of stuff that people play, which is third-party, other than Fortnite, because we know Sony and who do Fortnite?
Epic
are in bed together, right? So of course Epic's going to give some DualSense stuff. So I want to get Demi thoughts. Demi, will the DualSense throughout the gen be used by third-party developers?
It's gonna be in the same boat as like the Kinect extra stuff in the PS4, the sounds and stuff like that. I'm gonna call it as I see it. Like it's cool. It's cool sounding. Oh, I'm playing Spider-Man and stuff is being held back, or I can feel the bounce of the ball on 2K and whatnot. But I'm not really looking for stuff like that if I'm playing a horror game and I feel like, oh, the monster's attacking me, my controller's locking up, because that's gonna annoy the hell out of me fast.
Well, you guys remember?
Scared the hell out of him.
Oh God, it was the horror game.
Until Dawn.
Until Dawn. Yeah, you had to move your controller and all that stuff. It's like, was that not like a cheap gimmick? And then it just like wore away right quick.
It worked really well for them.
It worked well, yeah. But if every game has it,
I'll give you the Until Dawn point, because I've never played that game using that feature.
Sure.
That's wow. Game, apparently.
I never played the game using that feature. However, I can I got a cape for gimmicks one good time, because every now and then you come across a handful of games, and even if only a handful of games use them, they're cool for that thing. Example being, PlayStation had, I'm trying to remember exactly what it was called, PlayLink. PlayStation PlayLink games. Yep. So Hidden Agenda. Yeah, exactly. While we're talking about Until Dawn, Hidden Agenda was basically Until Dawn with your cell phone. There's another game called Shrek 2, which is probably the greatest party game I played with people in a long time.
Knowledge is power, Erica, stuff of that nature.
Exactly. And for that handful of games, I can't see myself playing them any other way.
Oh, but you played the PlayLink games, but you didn't play Until Dawn with the don't move controls?
I didn't, because I had my girl next to me and I was gonna get caught.
That's the best part.
I was gonna get caught.
Having people next to you is the best part.
Time out. Host, you got an arcade in your room, bro?
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
now noticing that?
Wait, which
Yeah.
what? Is
That's
it
Street
Marvel
Fighter?
Marvel superheroes.
As
It's
it should
better.
be. As it should
Even
be.
better.
Or you need to
The best answer would have
you
been
need to
Turtles in Time, but
drive me the link
I'll
where
do
you
that.
bought that. I'm gonna need the
I ain't
link.
about to spend all that.
I need the link where you bought that, fam, because I'm gonna buy me one.
I got you. I want to
Like
ask
the
a
Turtles
question
in
though.
Time.
To answer y'all question, it ain't gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be supported for too long. Y'all remember with the DS4, the only third-party game that I played that used it was Grand Theft Auto 5. And I don't know if y'all remember that very first mission. Lamar says to Franklin, "I'm about to go nice and slow for you," and I'm editing it because I'm a guest here and I want to watch my mouth. But when they first popped through the speakers, like that was like a thing for me. I was like, "Oh, okay." But I got over it super quick. I was like, "Well, I play with headphones on, so we can play with that."
Yeah.
But that haptic feedback, man. I saw, like I said, when I saw the breakdown and how it actually works on a different video on YouTube, I said it in my video. You gotta support that. Like Tomb Raider, they gotta support that. If I'm Crystal Dynamics, you gotta make that like right with the next Tomb Raider or patching it or however you want to do it. Horizon Zero Dawn better do it. Oh, that's gonna be a big fail on their part if they don't do it. And what about what was the game? Inside, right? So I'm not sure if y'all played it, but a game like Inside, y'all remember when they were selling that box, the mystery box, and you didn't know what was inside of it, and people were reaching inside of it, and it felt all squishy and stuff like that. If they can find a way to make that textured feel through haptic feedback, then I might be on it, man. I'm getting that joint day one. I can't wait.
Now I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this with a disclosure on front before anyone tries to kill me. I fully 100% understand that what Sony's doing with haptic feedback is something we haven't fully experienced in gaming, right? I'm gonna say that first. I understand how their interpretation of it is, right? But let's not assume like haptic feedback is two brand new words, because last time I checked, there are very few games where you had haptic feedback in the triggers, and no one, yes sir, other than I think Forza, one of the Forza games, and otherwise,
Forza, Halo, Gears.
Other than that, it was not adopted at all. Granted,
And PUBG.
what
feedback.
Sony is doing is taking it a step further. They are, but everyone acts like this is a brand new thing. It was in this current gen, and no one used it. Very few.
Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 had haptic feedback.
Yeah.
Yes. But other than that, it was first party Microsoft games, or second party if you include Titanfall. But for the most part, no third party developers use haptic feedback this gen. I think a lot of gamers are acting like haptic feedback is brand new. Now, what Sony's doing with it, they're going an extra mile. But just like this gen, on the Xbox One controller, everyone forgot it existed.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna say this: if I'm playing Demon Souls and I know they're gonna have haptic feedback from what I've seen, don't, because if I'm getting like my parries broken or something like that, I don't want the controller to break down or freeze up or anything like that. I think that's what a gimmick is gonna like kill for me. Between Souls like games and horror games, you're gonna lose me really quickly.
Oh god, yeah.
Also, I don't want to blow on my controller either.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
I'm not.
that's gonna be crazy, boy.
I'm not trying to do this. I'm not trying to all
Yeah.
over the controller.
That's the only thing that
Don't ever do
concerns
that
me
again.
is they're adding
HR.
they're adding even more moving parts to something that already has a lot of moving parts. And
Right.
it's something it's a high wear and tear item. Like if you play
Mm-hmm.
your console a lot, you're gonna beat the crap out of that controller. If it's as durable as you would hope it would be, then awesome. I think what they're doing is great. My only concern is how long will it last before one of those things breaks, and how expensive
Especially
it's going to be
first
for you
gen.
to fix it or replace it. Yeah. But if it all lasts a decent, reasonable amount of time, and I can't come up with what that would be off the top of my head, but I'd be cool with that. It sounds cool. It's a neat concept. I like what they're doing. Try new things. Let's go.
Are we getting
So-
smaller vision in the controller? Or are we going to be able to smell things?
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
God,
I hope not.
You're gonna smell that customized.
It's
side
not a fleshlight, Demi. Calm down.
Johnson.
I'll never get into a party with
You're
nobody.
gonna smell all 3 feet of it when
Whoa.
you customize your cyberpunk character. You know what I'm saying?
Don't say smell and feet in the
Smell
same
steel.
sentence, so weirdos are coming out the woodwork.
Yeah, feet pics. Send me anyway. So Dreamcast guy put a video today to get back on the Series S talk. Is people have been getting their consoles and they've been playing games. The latest hotness to come out, Like a Dragon, Yakuza 7 has come out, and people have been playing that. And that game is already a year old because it came out last year in Japan. In the Series S can't do, well, first of all, can't do 4K on that game, which is very surprising because that is in terms of visually, that's a very primitive game. Anybody who's played a Yakuza game, there's not a lot of physics, there's not a lot of particle effects, there's not like, a lot of stuff going on. And it either runs at 30 FPS at 900p or 1080p. No, it runs at 60 FPS at 9. Oh my God, what is it?
900p. 60 FPS at 900p, yeah.
Yeah.
And then 30 at 1080. So it's not running 4K, it's not running anything. The box says it can run 120. So if it's not running at the top, which I didn't expect this console really to run at that, at a game like Yakuza, which is very basic, Demi can probably attest, they're beautiful, they're visually beautiful games, but they're very basic games.
It's
There's
basic.
not a lot of explosions.
That new engine is killing these consoles.
But like, if it can't run these, I don't want to see what it does with like a Microsoft Flight Simulator, which has been melting high-end PCs.
Well,
I don't know what it's gonna happen.
Gears
22 frames here.
Gears 5 is running. Gears 5 multiplayer is running 120 frames per second on the Series S and the X. So I mean, I think it's really dependent on the
people owning it, running it.
I mean, if America,
not just PR running it.
I mean, some people who have the console are playing Gears, and they're telling you, yeah, it can get up there. I think it more has to do with how the game itself is. Is it GPU based or is it CPU based? I think the S will do better with CPU based games. The X will do better with both, but the S, like I said, it really depends. So like a game like I know it's an open world game, but like Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Odyssey.
It's really CPU based. So that game is gonna be good.
That's the thing. It's a console. We shouldn't, like, if I'm playing, Kev can probably test this, if I'm playing my game on PC, that's different. I'll put it CPU, GPU, whatever. I can change that. But it's a console-based game.
Well, they had to make
made on PC and then switch to console.
Well, they had to make concessions. The Series S and the Series X has the exact same CPU. The only difference between the two consoles is the GPU. So if you're gonna make a cheaper console, you got to make concessions, like we talked about with the SSD. You got to make a smaller SSD, and you can't have the same powerful GPU as the Series X. I think it's unfortunate that in some ways the Series S can be viewed as less powerful than the One X. Right? I think that's kind of weird to say because of the GPU in the One X seems to be able to handle games better, but the CPU in it is terrible.
Do you think, and Kev and Demi, I want to get you guys' thoughts, because we've already seen the boxes they've shipped out. Is it false advertising what they have on right now, and could they be looking at some legal stuff? Because it's saying that it can run all this stuff, no problems and all this, but we're finding out it really can't. Because you guys know I like to dive into the business side of things, and I can't help myself.
Well, Trevor has a nice comment.
Anybody that's watching right now, me and Fame, he's my big brother, but we're going to disagree on stuff because people are still DMing me about, Fame and Hugger don't get along. Is there conflict? No. We just sometimes
I can't stand her.
Sides.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. So, Demi, do you think that they could run into, an issue because we're seeing things that are not what they advertised? And we know that's not going to be advertised, but they advertise certain things.
Yes. And I'm going to take this back to a lawsuit that happened to Kanye West from a fan when he promised The Life of Pablo originally, and he changed up some sounds and did like an update to it. And the fan was like, this isn't the original cuts. And he sued Kanye West for that. False promises and false advertising. I do think they could run into some legal troubles, but I also think like a couple of these games aren't fully optimized for this console just yet. Mm-hmm. So down the line, if we see that it's still having the same issues and troubles, then yeah. But for right now, I wouldn't say not just yet.
Shout out to Trevor in the chat from Winterborn Studios. He did make a point. I wanted to bring it up really, Hugger. He said it might not be the system. It could be the developer or the engine base they use, which is very important. Like some engines will destroy your system.
Yeah, because this is the thing for judgment.
Trevor, Can you guarantee that the broadsword or the BS engine, as Kent like to say, is not going to destroy? Because I know you guys are finally on Nintendo Switch, so please guarantee that it's not going to destroy my system.
I remember Judgment for the PS4 for the Pro.
Oh, that was bad.
It was 900, and not a lot of people do that. 930.
So the Xbox Series
I think
S,
this is the thing.
the box does say
Nani?
it says 120. I pulled up the box just to look at the outer packaging of it, and it does say 512 gigabytes SSD, and then it says 120 frames per second. They should have put up to 120 frames per second.
They should have,
And
because
the Series-
somebody will take that and sue them for it.
The Series X, says
Post it in the
4K
chat, fam.
will do.
4K 60.
No, it says 4K 120 frames per second.
They did say Dirt 5 was at 120.
And that is barely making like 60 on some systems.
That 4K 120.
Dallas, what do you think? Do you think that there's going to be some legal issues and all this? You know, the questions I was asking.
I think you all always have weirdos that's gonna come to you over something that most people think is inconsequential. And to be completely honest, a good chunk of the time I think is more for attention. So I think it's safe to say yes. But more less because there's actually something there that is a real issue, and more because you know how people get. Like people out here sending death threats to CD Projekt and stuff. And yeah, so I mean, if the world is not wholesome enough for somebody like Ikumi Nakamura to be here right now, like not be seen as Kojima at this point, then we know it's messed up. So yeah, it's absolutely gonna be weirdos out here talking about they got like they didn't get like half a gig that was promised on the hard drive or something, or on the SSD.
I'm gonna be real. You don't think Microsoft has the lawyers to tie your little lawsuit up in so much litigation that you'll never actually see the light of day?
Absolutely. We talked about that 2 weeks ago. Was the Rune 2 developers suing ZeniMax?
Yeah.
Yep.
Who knows how long that's going to be in litigation?
If Microsoft wants, they can just tie you up, and they can tie it up, and then by the time you can even think the thing is going to go through, you can't pay for your lawyer no more. So I think Microsoft got themselves some protections put back with this. I'm almost certain.
But then they also fall, if they do that, they fall into the same league of EA, because EA has been doing that. EA is getting sued here in Canada for the loot box stuff. So they've been tied up in litigation, and they're tying up small developers. Then you fall into that group where you just you're suing everybody and you're just tying them up.
Listen, if some
Microsoft
nerd
has been on a good track.
If some nerd goes and tries to sue Microsoft because Yakuza 7 doesn't run at 120 frames per second, screw that nerd. He should know better.
Bro, they'll do it on
Here's the thing. All the box says is 4K 120. There is no mention of what game or because if the game isn't built to run at that, obviously it's not going to run. What that is on the box is telling you what the hardware is capable of.
Yep.
It's making no guarantees that any game is going to achieve that or anything like that. So they're completely insulated from any kind of lawsuit. You'd be out your mind. And if they ever went and did guarantee anything like that, y'all ever see those tiny little symbols in the top right corner of statements that seem too good to be true on any kind of advertisement or sale or anything like that? Well, if you look up that symbol and then check out the giant 3 paragraphs that explain what that little symbol means, it's CYA language. It's, we're telling you this with these specific set of circumstances under these ideal conditions with this, and this. They cover their butts, man. They're not stupid. They're not going to get sued by some Joe Smo who, rolled up with his check and bought a Xbox at Walmart. And he's like, I got you now, Microsoft. No. And even if you did fame, like you said, they'll tie you up for longer than your life will last.
You act like Xbox system's not made by Skynet.
Pretty much, man.
It's basically the pill effect where you get a new pill, they warn you these side effects are going to happen.
Hey, take this pill for your headache. Side effects include explosive diarrhea, chance of death, AIDS. Like, bro, I just don't get a headache.
Yeah, usually it's like, I'm okay with the headache.
Oh, it's just a league. Why is all of this happening at once?
I got herpes? How did this happen?
What? Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then you
that's-
can't get it down for like a week and gotta go to church and like what you gonna do next?
Can't pray on it.
Bro, you take some pills for your headaches and now your toes fall off. What do you do?
So, we're gonna avoid real world stuff, but in the kind of like real world but yet fantasy world, we've known No Time to Die. It's been delayed twice, I think, and it was in production for 2 years, 3 years, whatever now. But we already knew that. Gosh, she played Maria in Captain Marvel, and I know very few people probably watched Captain Marvel and liked it. Marvel. But she played Maria in Captain Marvel. She is officially now the new Bond. She said, they let her say, whatever. What's you guys' thoughts that not only is James Bond moving to a woman, but a black woman?
Well deserved.
It's lit, boy.
Let's
It's
go.
fire. She fine too. It's a Lashana Lynch. I believe that's how you say her name. Did I say it right?
Yes, I don't know how to say it.
Her name again?
Hey,
Lashana Lynch.
is she 5'2" or is she fine too?
She's fine.
She's
too.
fine too. I don't really care.
Oh, her.
She fine.
Okay, good.
The real ones get the reference.
Yeah, she was some
I'm
ass.
so glad that they didn't go with like Idris Elba. No offense to him, but I'm kind of glad it's a woman.
I was okay with
I
it
mean-
being Idris, but I'd definitely take her either way.
I
It's a
mean,
breath of fresh air.
I remember, was it Spectre? No. Oh God, not Casino Royale, but I think it might have been Quantum of Solace. I think at the end of it, they introduced that Moneypenny, who's traditionally been a white secretary in the 60s, 70s, 80s, all the movies, even Pierce Bronson. And now Moneypenny is Naomi Harris, which if you guys have never seen a movie that Naomi Harris has done, Ninja Assassin. Banging movie. Go watch her. She's a beautiful woman. People lost their minds when she was Moneypenny. It's like James Bond has been a white man, and rest in peace, Sean Connery. He just passed away last week, so rest in peace. But it's been a white man for
Years.
40 years.
Forever?
40 years. It's like, come on.
It's okay. It's okay
not
to change the character.
right. Like they're okay with like a black person being the villain, but not the lead.
Yeah,
I love
ain't
James
like-
Bond. I have
and it
every
ain't
single movie, and I watch them all the time.
And
I
it
love
ain't
the fact that we have like a new take on this now, because I haven't watched 007 since GoldenEye. And what's that?
Oh my
The World
God.
Is Not Enough. Hey, listen,
The
Pierce
World Is Not
Brosnan
Enough
was
is
that dude.
legit.
It's like whoever you grew up
Pierce
with,
Brosnan is-
that's that dude. Yeah. Like whoever
That's
you grew
true,
up with,
yeah.
that's your favorite one. So like for me, even with the game on 64, like that's dope. But I'm interested to see what type of liberties, what type of chances they'll take with Miss Lynch over there. Ooh, she look good. She look good.
Did
boy.
they reveal what's because I guess her last name's gonna have to still be Bond, right? What's her first name gonna be? Because if they just make it James, it's weird.
Oh,
Well, because
It'll have to be like
they're always
Jamia Bond
orphans.
or something, and it's still like
that's like the whole spectrum of Bond. They're always orphans, so they don't really have an identity. So they kind of fall through the cracks, and MI6 picks them up.
As long as they don't make up like LaQuisha Bond and nothing like that, that's gonna piss me
that
off.
would
No,
be so
because it's got to
terrible.
be in English now.
Wait, hold
It's got to
on.
be in English.
What do they name
thing.
black people in England?
They name them usually normal names,
Bro, regular
I mean,
names.
what's the normal? What I'm
Reginald?
asking is like, what's the normal?
not U.S. normal.
He
I
said
should
what
say.
they name like,
Yeah,
like they
regular
slaves.
normal.
Hey, what's your name, y'all black people in England?
Well, all I know,
I mean, because like out here,
they put U's in they names and words, bro. Like unnecessary.
yeah, like color. Look like it got a cup in the middle of it.
Trevor
Hey, why you got
says
you?
he hasn't watched since Casino Royale. You're missing out, man, because Casino Royale was kind of Daniel Craig's introductory role. It was the first movie, and it was kind of weak. If you want to see Daniel Craig in another great role, Tomb Raider, the first Tomb Raider,
with Laura
but,
Croft.
with Angelina Jolie.
Angelina, my
not
fault.
these-
Did he say with Laura
Not
Croft?
these shite.
There is no other Tomb
Nah,
Raider.
it's the one with Nathan Drake.
Get the hell out, man. Goddamn.
Yeah. Don't nobody get
Go
to
watch
make
the
it tonight.
newer ones.
I'm catching everything
I think
everybody
Spectre
says.
is the best, newest one. 'Cause that's
I'm a
awesome.
big fan of Skyfall. So
Skyfall's so good, but I just miss Judi Dench.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like the
Dang.
lore allows for a black.
I grew up with
I'm
Judi
not, I'm
Dench,
not
though.
with. Even if you
Oh,
changing it to a
dude.
black character, I'm not really usually with changing the race of a character whose race is important to the character.
So you don't want Hugh
but
Jackman to be Black Panther?
Hugh Jackman.
See, nobody can be Black Panther now because, like, that's a sensitive role,
I don't even know if I want another black person to be the Black Panther at this point.
right?
Like, if we
But
really
I feel like
talking
with mantles like that, it's okay to pass things down. 007 is just a mantle; it's not just a person.
exactly.
Yeah,
But like,
as long as it doesn't go to Roger Moore again. God.
Yeah.
I want to.
80s,
I'm with
sorry.
Trevor though. Give Shuri the mantle. Like that would be the perfect thing for
Well,
you.
Man,
that's the comic book canon
Yeah,
that she
the
gets the
mantle-
mantle.
mantles are just meant to be passed down. So
Mhm.
the fact that we got a black woman, hey man, we big stepping.
You know what
Anybody
was-
foaming
In Marvel movies, yeah.
anybody foaming at the mouth about this, bro? Watch out, man.
Oh,
This
Jesus.
is like a side note thing, but you know what I think would be really dope for them to do with Black Panther.
Mick Foley.
So in the mankind mask with like cat ears.
With Sacco, we got to bring Sacco back, man.
No, I think the next Black Panther movie would really be dope is to have sort of like a subplot about the actual mantle of Black Panther and have like flashbacks of different Panthers throughout the years leading up to Shuri. And that way they can use any lines that they hadn't used from Chadwick and still like do a masked Panther and have sort of a tribute, like a homage to him. I had to say it like y'all English people, a homage to him.
There's no you.
And-
You know, I bet
That
we
would be
won't see that till probably Black Panther 3 because I bet you the way Marvel films, there was a cooking show that Gwyneth Paltrow and the guy who plays Happy, they were on a cooking show and she's like, oh yeah, oh we were, doing something down in Georgia. He's like, oh yeah, we were in Spider-Man. No, we weren't in Spider-Man. That was for Iron Man. And she didn't know that they had filmed for Spider-Man instead of like another Iron Man movie. So I wholly believe that they have enough footage to do Black Panther 2, maybe like half of Black Panther 3, and then we'll like see the switch over. But then it's in that weird phrase where like when, God, 20 plus years ago now, some of you guys watching probably remember when Aaliyah, great music artist, she died and they had just finished filming Queen of the Damned. And that movie was held in limbo for a while until they're like, no, please release this movie. I think that's what's going to happen with Black Panther 2. Like, I guarantee you they have enough footage of Chadwick and Guy, who is his stunt double. They have enough footage. They can do the movie.
I love Aaliyah. Rest in peace. But Queen of the Damned was trash.
Man,
I love Queen of the Damned.
Like, I like the movie mostly because of Aaliyah and the time that I saw it. But objectively, it's not a great movie.
There's this whole following for the movie, and I'm just kind of like, it wasn't good.
It's trash.
I'm sorry.
I don't think people latch onto it because it's good. It's just this was the last movie she made before she passed.
It's the last thing we saw. Yeah. But the movie was
But then you got Romeo Must Die, and I'm like, yo, she was firing.
Romeo Must Die was fire, bro. That movie was
a good
fire.
movie.
But Queen of the Damned was trash. So
Damned is trash, but I love it.
Y'all know what time it is. If you need something to watch, something to play, Level 1 got you, baby. We're going to give you something to play, something to watch, and it won't be a flesh.
Especially today.
Especially today to ease your mind because you were about to lose your job. So we're going to start with the recommendations. The man with the clamps, Citizen Snips, what you got this week?
Man, not a whole lot, if I'm honest. I finally realized I never actually finished Legend of Korra, so I did that.
The game or the...
I already recommended it.
Animated.
The animated series. I have played a lot of Valorant. I played a lot of Genshin Impact, which I've already recommended both of those.
And did a
I
review?
did start watching. I got Jonesing for some sports anime.
I got some Jones barbecue and foot massage.
A show called Major Second. There's one called Major that was from a few years ago. That was the original series. and then this is like a sequel where the dude's son is who you follow. And it surprised me with how good it was. A lot more dramatic than I thought it would be. It kind of hits you with the off the field stuff quite a bit. But that one was pretty good. It's up on Crunchyroll, major second, 2 seasons out. I think they're both 24 episodes or so. So I would recommend that to watch. And as far as a game, get through your backlog, folks. I need to get through mine, so you get through yours too.
My sister from another
We're gonna get through this
mister.
together.
My sister from another mister.
None.
What you got, love?
For games, I just finished The Messenger, but I know that's kind of like, it's kind of a funky game and it has some tight controls that some people may not like. But
Funky
Game Pass, they
Watusi.
just dropped a whole bunch of like older games, so I recommend go play Grim Fandango. If you guys like comedy and all kinds of things, go play that. For movies, I'll say the Fallen series, like Olympus Has Fallen, London Has Fallen, and Angel Has Fallen. Gerard Butler protecting the president and all, it just devolves into there. Go watch those. And for series, I know some people hit me up in my DMs. I know Evangelion 3.0 they're doing a new reboot of the Evangelion series. I know it's coming out. Probably not going to watch it, to be honest, because the show is 25 years old. Don't care. But either go watch, if you have Prime, go watch The Man in the High Castle, because I like those World War II kind of Wolfenstein. If the Nazis had won, what will world be like today? Or if you just want to just like chill in a good time, go watch Married with Children. Al Bundy, man. You can't, you cannot go wrong with Al Bundy. Rich, yeah.
Like a horse.
Next up,
Just go enjoy some stuff.
Kimbo Slice, aka Hustle and Motivate.
Yeah.
What you got, bro?
Damn, I wasn't ready for that. I guess. In terms of games, we mentioned Kimbo Slice. Good lord, man, looked like a foot. Anyway, in terms of games,
not talking about the beard.
That's a Leonidas beard, man.
Thank you. In terms of gaming, y'all mentioned it earlier, and I'm gonna mention it again. Play Gears 5. It's hands down one of my favorite games this gen in terms of multiplayer. If you haven't played the single player, play the single player. It's about 10 hours, and they will have the DLC that's coming out very soon.
Story
Apparently
DLC.
Yes. See, there you go. And you can play it up to 120 frames on the Xbox Series S and X. See, on both of those, you can do that. Let's see. In terms of movies, I'm gonna take y'all back. So I like to laugh, right? American Pie is probably one of my favorite movies ever.
Yeah.
So when y'all was talking
Please
about
watch it if you're
Cyberpunk,
over 18.
oh yes, please. So when
Naughty
y'all
freaks.
was talking about Cyberpunk getting delayed, I was like, again? Oh no, not again. Yes, again. No, watch American Pie, man. It's probably one of my favorite movies. I own that trilogy, and I got the complete series for Married with Children too. Hug, I didn't know you was rocking like that. I didn't know you got out like that.
I love Al Bundy, man.
I feel you. In terms of like anime, I really don't have anything to offer now. I know I did Cowboy Bebop the last time, and I'm gonna sound like such a noob, but Dragon Ball Z. Watch Dragon Ball Z again.
Next time
Which
on
one?
Dragon Ball Z.
The OG one. I think they said Super was pretty bad, right? Am I wrong in that assessment?
Fire.
Super
They
was
just like the
okay.
Dragon Ball.
animation.
It was Dragon Ball Z.
Nah, Super is fire, bro. The Goku Black arc is killing a lot of.
Super was mid, bro. It was mid, bro.
So
The animation became a meme.
who was the joint where he was like a little kid again? He was a monk. Oh, no,
That was
I need to
GT.
watch-
GT.
Okay,
I think is the one
GT.
you're
That
talking
don't
about,
watch
yeah.
that one. Don't watch that one.
Whoa, I like
that
GT.
was the bad one.
GT was
Yeah.
alright.
I like GT.
GT is mid.
It wasn't
I like
Z,
that.
and it certainly wasn't Dragon Ball, but it was alright.
Keep it.
Opaya.
It's
Dallas,
good
what you got, D?
Let's see. So, gaming wise,
Probably
I think
got
I
Rona.
only really been gaming wise.
No,
I think
I
the
got
only thing I've
influenza.
been playing semi-consistently is Watch Dogs. I started Watch Dogs 2 because I still haven't beat that. And so I would recommend y'all go back and play that because it's not nearly as bad as people mean it to be. Also, I would say y'all should go and watch MFKZ.
Yes. Yes,
I already
indeed.
swore at the top of the podcast. Who cares?
MFKZ is good.
watch MFKZ, but also I say that because it's on Netflix now, and my cousin sent me a screenshot of it, like, "Hey, this boy look like you." Um, so so I'm
I'm
saying watch
surprised he
that,
didn't send you a Queen and Slim screenshot.
man. But that said, the thing that I think everybody should watch, that I really didn't know about until like a couple weeks ago, Ratchet. I know coming from me, it's not. I swear,
Oh,
it's not
that's a
what you
good
think it
show.
is.
Yeah.
It's based off a character from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Mhm.
And she
Nurse
is a
Ratchet.
bad mother. Shut your mouth. Like she's cold.
I don't know. I
Is
can't
it
remember her
Raven is a
name.
cold
Paulson,
piece of
who's
work.
Yes,
in
she's
American Horror
amazing.
Story?
She's amazing, dude. Everything she touches is gold.
There's a lot of different actors that you might recognize from other stuff. You might those with a keen eye anyway might recognize Jeffrey from Fresh Prince.
Mhm.
And a few other
Spoilers.
people. I'm not gonna spoil it, but you know, there's
It's
a couple
good.
actors in there that you might know, and it's a very good story. So definitely watch that.
The man with the women and wine. What you got?
Um, let's see. I'm gonna give a recommendation here that everybody should play. Pumpkin Jack. It is a very fun adventure game. You're the headless horseman, but you got the pumpkin curse, and you're trying to clean that curse up off you so you can live a happily married life afterwards. It's kind of like Spiral in a sense, but with a little bit more action to it. So it's dope. I've been getting into the cyberpunk feel, so I just watched both Blade Runner and the sequel. Really good movies. I have my doubts about Decker and that theory that he's one. I don't think it's true. He's a replicant. No, I don't think that's the case. But good movie. So if you do watch them, check them out. And I've been watching Ghost in the Shell and the new Ghost in the Shell on Netflix.
Oh, they're good. Did you
Yeah,
watch
I've been
Arise yet?
not yet, not yet. I've been getting into the cyberpunk feel because it's right around the corner. I think I'm gonna do a run through a Deus Ex one more time before Cyberpunk comes out.
Don't forget to run through Ruiner one more time.
I got to.
I thought you
It's
said.
all right.
I thought he said he gonna run through Dead Six, but I'm gonna be real quick. I didn't have a game until Kevin went and it reminded me that a lot of people hated this game, but I still liked it. It's Legend of Korra. You can probably get
I
it
was
for
about
like
to say Avengers.
I didn't know they made it. Whoa!
Yeah.
I didn't know they
I
made
like
it.
the
Yeah,
Korra
there's a
game.
game.
That's a mid.
It's pretty bad. It's not bad.
bro. I like that game, bro.
It could be worse.
Demi, is that a glizzy or is it a T? Calm down, Bucko.
Both.
Yo.
Demi transcends everything.
And then
Oh boy.
and then for what to watch, the real ones are gonna feel this one. Spirited Away.
Oh,
I seen it again recently, and it's still complete fire. If you haven't seen Spirited Away, then if you say anything reckless about Spirited Away, bro, you're a dime.
How's Moving Castle does it for me. How's Moving
Princess
Castle?
Mononoke.
How's Moving Castle just does it for me more than Spirited
Yeah.
Away.
Spirited Away is pure flames. And Dallas, you're muted, Mike.
Oh, it's a great film. But How's Moving Castle just hits so much better, bro.
I got a soft spot in my heart for Spirited Away, but Howl's Moving Castle is like a marvel of animation.
Well,
Yes.
I think we can all agree. As much as we have a soft spot for, we all can agree that My Neighbor Totoro. It's good, but Totoro got too much screen time for what he didn't do.
I'm gonna put My Neighbor Totoro in that Legend of Korra category.
It's like it's
So if you're a youngin and you ain't seen none of these, especially Spirited Away, go check it out. And Demi, Legend of Korra, mate, it's mid plus, bro. It ain't bad, bro. It's
Nah,
it's mid
better
plus,
than the
bro.
Ruby game.
Yo, Ruby was
that's
a
it.
mid,
That's
bro. Now that, bro, I was
It's
so
better than
mad.
that.
I
both of
think
them some mid.
I think we went to PAX South the year it came out, and I was like, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna buy this. And I played it through. I was like, bro, I should have asked
Nope.
for a review copy.
I respectfully got a review code, and I was like, "Oh man, I'm so glad I didn't pay for this." Wow,
Bro.
Well, at least you weren't one of the people that bought Vicious Circle, so.
wow.
So check it out.
I'm
You
so
know
glad
what?
I didn't pay for
I
I'm
that.
don't
a
even know
rip
what
on
Vicious
Rooster
Circle
Teeth
is.
for a very long time, so.
So check it out. Tomorrow we do have the Take Two podcast. I promise you guys, Friday we will
I'll be
get the
streaming
Peep
tonight.
Game podcast up and running on this channel. It's been running. It's been 2 episodes so far. I think I don't know if your VODs
It's been
are
on
up.
Twitch and it's been on Twitch
and Periscope.
Periscope. The VODs are not up, but they will be up on Level 1 Gaming within the next day or so.
Okay. So it will be Peep Game podcast will be up and running on the YouTube on Friday. So you got Wednesdays to Double XP, Thursdays to Take Two, Friday is Peep Game. We apologize about last week. We're gonna get things up and running again. Any last words?
Happened, man.
Any last words before I get to watching my favorite show called "You Were About to Lose Your Job"? You were about to lose your job. Somebody about to lose their job.
Stream later.
Actually, I can see Baron is in the chat. Finish Spider-Man. Play Spider-Man. Finish Spider-Man. We got a lot to talk about.
Wait.
Oh, I
Even
finished
I
it
finished
recently.
Who ain't
Yeah.
who ain't finished Spider-Man?
Finish Spider-Man.
Even I
Dang,
finished Spider-Man.
I just put that man on Front Street like that. But yeah,
Baron.
Finish Spider-Man. Man, it's been
Baron,
years.
hold on. Court is in session, my guy.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, bro.
I love how you guys take him to task, but I was like, I only finished it last month, so
You finished it. You done. He's not.
that's true. That's
He
true.
can't put you up to task.
Wow,
As
Baron.
much as I was
Baron.
talking about Snips finishing that mug.
Hey, Burn, I ain't finished
Yeah.
it either, dog. It's all good, man. Take your time.
Hustle.
You know what? I don't care
Chocolate, you
because
too.
there's-
What is
there's
wrong with
people-
y'all?
Hey,
Okay, if I ask you guys if you finished this game for PlayStation 2, have you finished it? Probably not.
Y'all,
But it was a
look,
big
I
game on
never,
PlayStation 2.
I never cared to platinum a game. I never.
Yeah.
Like
It's
Spider-Man
not the
is the only
platinum,
game
it's
that I
just
really felt.
finishing it.
oh, you didn't beat it? No.
It's one that it's one of the only ones that
I mean,
I
you
cared
can't
to
speak, Mr.
platinum.
I don't like Soulsborne games, and then
Hey,
just
so-
finally got into them.
Hey, so
Anyway.
for those who haven't beat a spoiler alert, Aunt May is Spider-Man. Yo, we're gonna get up out of here. We're gonna get up out of here. It's
Wow,
been real.
okay,
Everyone's stuff is underneath their box. If you look underneath everyone's box, you're gonna see their Twitter handles. Shout out to the guests, Hustle and Motivate. We can't wait for you to come back on the third time, bro. We love having you here. Love you. You part of the family, man. You might as well join level1gaming.com because you know you rock
Thanks.
with.
I was gonna
That's
ask
what
you,
it-
like, if I come back a third time, am I really a guest at that point? I mean, I can have my feet on the couch at that point. So I got y'all,
True.
man.
That's
Look,
right.
you can go get you can get up and go get your own drink. You ain't company no more.
Yeah, man.
Walk right in the
Right.
refrigerator. But
I know
yo,
I'm comfortable around y'all. I know I'm comfortable around y'all. So I took my damn glasses off. So just know that that's a sign of respect. And once these go, it's a sign of respect from me.
Yes,
I
sir.
never like to take the
It's
glasses
true.
off. The hat won't go off, so I don't like no haircut. But the glasses, yeah.
yeah, I need to cut myself. I need to
Really?
I need to go bald, really. But before we got up here, I want to say congratulations. You guys leveled up to 131. This is the Double XP podcast. We will see you guys tomorrow for Take Two and on Friday for Peep Game Podcast. It has been real. Don't not forget, get all your gaming news from LV1Gaming.com, Level1Gaming.com. The best, fastest, and growing site on the intranets. It's been real, and we'll catch y'all tomorrow. Onions.
Hey, man, go finish
Onion.
Spider-Man.
Get a bun.
Finish Spider-Man. We not.